Let's bring in our think tank tonight to peel this all back a little bit. Joining us, there we go, Marie Napoli, trial attorney. She's down in San Juan, Puerto Rico tonight. We've got also with us Jeffrey Wolf, criminal defense attorney, Denver, Colorado, and Brian Watkins, criminal defense attorney, San Diego, California. Of course, you recognize him from a trial here on Court TV, the Kellen Winslow case. All right, we'll go ladies first. Marie, no one's going to like Chad Daybell. Why would you like this guy? Why would you like him?
I agree 100%. And in the court, it's not just what goes on in the courtroom. It is absolutely a court of public opinion. And that's not going to only affect the jury pool, but I believe it's going to affect the judge's opinion too. They say bad facts make bad law. So even if they can't find him guilty for what he's actually being charged for, they may just let their feelings about him influence their decision, whether or not the facts
Brian
support
Watkins,
that.
Well, there are some strong facts here. I think they're strong facts, but you know what? I'm a former prosecutor. I see things the way I do. Brian, he is. They're concerned that the local people may not, like him, and they'll, be out to get him. But the facts are the facts, right? He met Lori Vallow, and then all of a sudden, his wife just passed away. She just passed away. That's like something that, like a line you would hear on Seinfeld, where George would come in and say, "Oh, just passed away, Jerry. She just passed away." That's all that. She just passed. Come on, she's 49 years old, training for a 5K. She didn't just pass away.
There's no evidence of homicide here. I mean, basically, paramedics came to the house. They had to take control of the body. Why it didn't go to a hospital? Why didn't somebody say, we want to look into this death? Why an autopsy wasn't performed? Why an investigation wasn't performed by the police? I don't know. But as defense attorney, I keep all that evidence out. You'll never hear about that. What's the relevance of that to my current charges of what happened to my previous wife? So I fight hard to keep that out. I voir dire that jury to make sure they've never heard anything about it. It's going to take a long, extensive voir dire, but I make sure people have not heard anything about this, and I make sure the jury does not hear anything about it. I have to sanitize this jury, or I'm dead in the water.
Well, Jeffrey Wolf, they're going to know that he has a wife named Tammy, or had a wife named Tammy. They're going to know that because he's sending her text messages when he is allegedly burying the raccoon that he just shot in their backyard on the same day that one of the children disappeared. One of his girlfriend's children's disappeared. So they're going to know that he's hanging out with Lori Vallow Daybell, and they're going to know that he was married to Tammy Daybell at the time prosecutors allege those children were buried in his backyard, his family's backyard. Tammy lived in that house, and he's burying his new girlfriend's children in his backyard. They're going to find out, Jeffrey.
Vinny, I think you're right, and Brian's correct. You want to try and keep this away from the jury as much as you can, but the problem is we're talking about a small town here. We're not talking about a major metropolitan area. When I first started my career as a public defender, I was in a small town, and everybody knows everybody, and everybody knows everybody's business. Nobody in that town is going to say that they don't know who Tammy is and that they don't know what was going on with Lori and her kids and everything else as it all played into it. It's just going to be impossible to find people who don't know about what's going on. And so what you're going to see, and to Marie's point about the judge being contaminated, instead of changing venue like they probably should, what the judge will do is ask people if they can set it aside. And can you be fair even though you know about this? And that's really where the case law takes the judge, is make somebody say that they can be fair and then completely ignore all the horrible things that they know that otherwise would not come into evidence. And that's the big problem here, is this small town is going to know everything about this. The country knows everything about this. This case is on your airwaves weekly. And to say that this jury is not going to know about it and you can keep it from them and find the ones that don't know, the judge is going to find a way around that. They're going to find the people that are willing to say they're going to be fair. But anybody who's tried a case knows that just because a juror says they're going to be fair when a judge asks them in an open courtroom doesn't mean they will be.
Uh-oh. Jeffrey doesn't trust the jurors. Hey, Brian, you're trying to eliminate every one of my viewers from that jury. That's what you're trying to do. I know your game.
Exactly.
All right, folks, when we come back, Oprah Winfrey.